And the good thing is, it's not like a straight up like quick time event. It's all done very organically with the you know, especially in this one where they kind of plastered it alongside the characters. Whereas the other one was kind of like give you 3 options and just do whichever one you want.
They've kind of rendered the QTEs to the actual cinematics. If I can say it like that, if that makes sense. Which is definitely better. As like, for example, I remember seeing in one of the scenes that they showed. Remember when it was raining outside? There was that guy, and he was shooting He was about to shoot the inspector guy. Or I think the inspector guy was going to shoot that one guy. And he was just about to shoot him or something, and then options came on the side, like with the environment, and it's like along the environment.
The officer was going to shoot the
wicked man. And it said shoot or talk, as in, you know, as the options shoot, talk, discuss, and
apparently, if depending on your, remember in part 1 they had their previous game they had the stress level system. In this one, apparently, if you're too stressed out, the options that are going around you will start to either go really fast because of your heartbeat, or they will start to go so erratic that you can't spot what each button is actually saying. But if you're calm and you know what's happening, they'll go around you nice and slowly, so you can kind of pick up what you want to do. So it actually does change the gameplay, and it actually kind of puts you in a kind of feeling that what the character is.
So what would constitute to him turning erratic and stuff? Any of the stuff. So for example, when prior to that moment, if you got maybe a couple of button presses wrong, that could increase your stress. The same way in Fahrenheit, where if you didn't, I guess so.
I don't know, if you forgot to put the blooded napkin. You forgot to hide the blooded napkin, and then the policeman walks past it, then your stress goes up.
Of course, What do you want to talk about, man?
I want to talk about how when they make games, how they make promotional material. So, for example, with Dead Space, they made the movie, like a prequel movie, and then they had a comic. I want to say to developers that if you're going to take that route, the extra stuff that you create, whether it be a movie, a pre-DLC or a comic or whatever, you have to make it relevant to the game, because not everyone's going to watch the movie, and not everyone's going to read the comic. If they're free and then they're online and you kind of distribute it that way, maybe some people might watch it. But if you're asking people to pay for it, like the Mass Effect books, for example, they have to directly link to the game, because that's kind of the whole point. The promotional material. They're not, they're not there just for the sake of being there.
So what if they were like spin-offs?
If there were spin-offs, then obviously they'll probably put a bit more work into it, and then you can probably charge someone.
Would you prefer it to be spin-offs or things that's directly related to the actual game?
Rather
than a spin-off.
Me personally, I'd rather have it be directly related to the game. So you play it. Obviously, if it's after the game, then that's kind of pointless. But obviously, this kind of stuff is going to be prequels. So if you're going to create, for example, a movie and a comic, then they have to lead up to the beginning of the game. Like I think today I've recently just watched Dead Space, the film, and it does a really, really good job of leading up to the game. And the good thing about this one is that you can actually play the game and then watch the movie, because this one doesn't matter too much. But then if you really want to make an impact, it's best to create something that's meaningful, charge as minimal amount of money as you possibly can, and that way you get kind of like a following as well.
How was Midnight Club, man? You were telling me you played that the other day.
Yeah, Midnight Club is good.
Midnight Club LA, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's what Need for Speed should have been.
Damn right.
Just to tell you the truth, It's basically what Need for Speed Underground was. I honestly don't know how EA screwed this up for their franchise. I mean, EA is known for...
Since Need for Speed Carbon, it's just been poor. Really, really poor. Most Wanted was okay. I think before Most Wanted was Underground, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Underground. Underground was really good.
Yeah.
Then Most Wanted was pretty good still. And then from there it started going downhill. Carbon, Pro Street, and then what was the last one? Undercover. Need for Speed Undercover.
Undercover, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking back at Midnight Club, it's got... The amount of content this game has got is just ridiculous. You can make your own races, plot your own routes and take them online. It's literally got a ton of different racing modes. So you've got pink slips, you've got wages, you've got circuits, you've got landmarks. So that's like racing from one place to a specific landmark within LA. It's just so many, and 4 hours into the game, the map, I mean obviously the map's already open to you, but the amount of races and options of races, it's just scattered all over the map. And it's... I just hope EA can do something good with the next game, because if in the next Need for Speed game,
I thought it was similar to Burnout Paradise in terms of the amount of content they had and stuff.
Yeah. And
the way they structured it, like, you know, on the map, the races and stuff.
But I enjoyed the map in Midnight Club better, because Burnout was just like you have to look at the map every 4 seconds.
Midnight was more of an interactive map.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, because of the speed in Burnout Paradise, you get scared
even look at them. To even look at them.
Yeah, when you look at them, yeah, and then there's so much traffic as there is, and it's but yeah, I mean, in terms of Need for Speed and Midnight Club, anyone who likes Need for Speed games but have been sick of them of late,
definitely go for Midnight Club.
That will do it for today's podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Before we leave, we would just like to ask you if you wanted to leave any questions for us to answer for next week's podcast. Put them in the comment section below, and we'll get to as many of them as we can. We'll try to answer about 5 in every podcast, and depending on how it goes from there, we can always increase that. But for next week, we'll definitely try to answer 5.
5 or 10. 5 to 10 should be alright.
Yeah, so go.
That's it, man. I'm off to drink some tropical juice. I'll see you guys later.